For the great day of his wrath is come. Fear God and give glory to him. For the hour of his judgment is come. The 144,000.
Get out of the way of the camera, nigga. Same old shit. My nigga Lil Mo. Alrighty then. Welcome to the Playa Lord Show. I am your host, Playa Lord. Now, as y'all can see, I'm doing the Playa Lord Show differently this time. One of the reasons is whenever I record the Playa Lord Show with the microphone, the audio is separate from the video, and I gotta do a lot of editing and splicing this and putting this together and blah blah blah. So, you know, I'm tired. I figured it'd be a whole lot easier if I just did it with the motherfucking camera phone, microphone, everything is the same, so it'd be easier for me to edit. And of course, the main reason is these motherfucking cats all over me. So you can only imagine what kind of editing I have to do with these motherfuckers acting the fool. But anyway, let's continue. First of all, I am going to talk about why YouTube, the Illuminati, hates the Playa Lord. Now, I'm sure some of y'all have noticed that YouTube is still fucking with me. No surprise there. Of course, I talked about my subscribers disappearing. Every time I publish a video, my subscribers start disappearing. Now, it just goes to show you how stupid YouTube is. When I first mentioned that shit in that video called Will YouTube Survive the Censorship Apocalypse? I mentioned in that video for the first time, I said every single time I publish a video, my subscribers start disappearing. As soon as I said that shit, the very next time I publish a video, no subscribers disappeared. Not a single one. And of course, the very next time I published a video, subscribers start disappearing again. What a bunch of fucking idiots. Anything to suppress the truth. These are just, if they can't take your soul, they'll at least be able to, suck some energy out of it, Energy vampires. We ain't nothing but some fucking energon cubes to these niggas. When I stop uploading videos on YouTube, I'm just hanging out around the garage as usual. And I'm checking out other people's videos. This was around January, February of 2018. And all of a sudden, I noticed that my videos start showing up. Oh. So all of a sudden, YouTube, the Illuminati, is allowing my videos to show up in the search engine. I guess everything's okay. I see ads running on my videos. And just like I said in one of my previous videos, that Judgment Day, are you not entertained? They be searching around your videos, trying to find some copyrighted materials so they can monetize shit themselves, you know. So obviously everything is cool now, supposedly. Even though my subscribers are still disappearing every time I publish a video. Now, not only are they unsubscribing my subscribers, I noticed that every time I publish a video, over the next number of weeks, the hits, the views on my videos, they be moving real slow. They be holding back on this shit, you know, just doing anything they can, you know, to prevent people from watching my videos. And, you know, it's just like they just got to do something. But supposedly everything's okay. Ads are running on my videos, you know, videos showing up in the search engine. But yet they still fucking with my channel, still unsubscribing my subscribers. As many of y'all know, the Playa Show, episode 1, I dedicated the entire show to July 23rd. This was in the year 2016. And like I said, I basically guaranteed that the Illuminati was gonna pull off some kind of ritual. Might hear about a celebrity passing away, terrorist attack. They was gonna do something on July 23rd, 2016. Yep, I was correct. We had a terrorist attack, and they had a shooting in McDonald's. Both of those events happened on July 23rd.
The urgent manhunt for the gunman and the warning for Americans there to shelter in place and to contact loved ones. The attack in Munich, several dead and the number growing all afternoon. In this video, you can clearly see a gunman outside a McDonald's firing directly at people on the street, sending them running for their lives. Heavily armed police rushing in, entering the subway, watching from the rooftops. Hundreds of people inside that shopping mall raced out, hands behind their heads, as the U.S. Embassy warns Americans tonight there to stay inside.
ISIS says its fighters were responsible for a devastating suicide attack today in Kabul, Afghanistan. The blast killed more than 60 people and wounded at least 265 others. You can see the chaos that followed that murderous moment.
All right, YouTube channel, The Next Level. All right, 11:23 a.m., September 9th, 2018. All right, and as we can see on my channel, The Next Level, YouTube channel, The Next Level, copyright status, you have 0 copyright strikes. Community guidelines status, you have 0 community guideline strikes. Exactly the way it's been since I started this channel, and exactly the way it's always been. All right, and here we have my original YouTube channel, the 144,000. 11:32 a.m., September 9th, 2018. All right. Copyright status, you have 0 copyright strikes. Community guidelines, you have 0 community guideline strikes. Just like it was when I first started this channel, and just like it's always been since I've had this channel. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna try to keep this video as still as possible. Forgive me for the shaking. I'm on my original YouTube channel, the 144,000. There's a little lion emblem right there. All right, and the date and the time, 11:42 a.m., September 9th, 2018. Okie dokie. Now, as you can see, I uploaded a video on November 26, 2017 called The Matrix, U.S. and North Korea War Predictive Programming. Now, the title speaks for itself. There's no need of me going into detail about what this video is about. But this video has an age restricted on it. This is a very offensive video, is it? I mean, age restricted. What is so bad about this video that it could harm kids? Okay, I have a problem with this. And let me show you what this problem is. Now, I'm on my new YouTube channel, The Next Level. There's a little logo right there. 11:44 a.m., September 9th, 2018. Okie dokie. I'm in the video section. Now, let's do this. I changed the video here. Let me show y'all what's going on here. Uh-oh, hold on. I gotta go back one page. Okay, I think this is the right page. Let's see. Okay. Make sure. Here we go again, 11:44 a.m., September 9th, 2018. And where's the damn logo at? Oh, shit. I lost the logo. Yeah. Okay. There's the logo. 11:45, September 9th, 2018. All right. Okay, now let me show y'all something. The Matrix, U.S. and North Korea War Predictive Programming, August 3rd, 2017. Wait a minute. How come there's no age restriction on this video? Okay, wait a minute. It's the exact same video. Uploaded August 3rd, 2017. No age restriction. Wait a minute. Stroll. Yep. The Next Level. There's the time and the date. Maybe it's because I got more subscribers on my original channel and more people was gonna see it. Of course. An age restriction on this video, like a 12-year-old kid actually gives a fuck about Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un. Let me tell y'all why they put the age restriction on that video. The reason why they put an age restriction on this video is because obviously they hated this fucking video. They couldn't find no legitimate reason to delete the video, but they had to do something. So they put an age restriction on it because they know that most people who watch YouTube, they're not signed in. So if you're not signed in, you can't watch the video. Now, watch these idiots go run over to my other channel and put the age restriction on that. Too late, niggas, you're busted. This is all about suppressing the truth as much as they possibly can. If they can't take your soul, at least they'll be able to suck some energy out of you. Now, the question is, why is this video so bad anyway? What is it that they hated about this video so much? This is what the problem with this video is. Again, the name of this video is called The Matrix, U.S. and North Korea War Predictive Programming. The reason why YouTube, the Illuminati, was so pissed off at this video is because I am a member of the 144, the elect. You can't deceive the elect of God. I am in the spirit, and I can see into the future. That's why. So, a number of months after I uploaded that video, Donald Trump and Kim Jong-un was shaking hands, singing Kumbaya. Now, another reason why they hate me, which should be the most obvious reason why they hate me. I mean, come on. I know y'all know that. I know y'all know the answer to that shit. Now let's get to the main topic of the show. Why was my dad's funeral so damn funny? Now, this story can easily be 3-4 hours, and I'm not exaggerating. So this is going to be a super condensed version. There's a lot of things that I could talk about that basically in so many ways I've already talked about. It's just the same old shit. Different niggas, different demons, so on and so forth, different times, whatever the case may be. Why repeat myself? Everything that I'm about to tell y'all, just keep in mind that there's all kind of demonic shit that's going on basically 24 hours a day during this story. What's new? This story really began in 2009. So everything that I'm going to tell y'all, all this shit happened prior to me starting my YouTube career. Now, 2009, like I said, this is where this story really started. But I really can't tell y'all that story. That shit was too fucking hardcore. The only way I could tell y'all that story, I would actually have to make a movie with actors in it. You need Martin Scorsese for that shit. If y'all seen New Jack City, of course the movie Friday, the movie The Exorcist, put all that shit together and get a nigga from the ghetto with a 9-to-5 job. That's what the fuck I was going through in 2009. 2009 going into 2011. And I'm not bullshit. It was that fucking crazy, that fucking bad, that fucking hellish. It was fucked up. If I told Martin Scorsese that story, his dick would get hard. And I'm not bullshit. So, let's move on. After that shit, of course, I'm mentally fucked. I just had my epiphany about the Illuminati and all that shit. Just got into this esoteric knowledge and all this shit, you know, and I'm having all these dreams and shit about flying. So let's just fast forward to 2013. And this was right after the I had the dream, mentioning this before. I had the dream about the 2 moons and Obama. And in this dream, I saw my dad. And in this dream, he was a young man. At the time, my dad was around, I'd say, his mid-70s. So I had this dream about my dad. He standing right in front of me, a young man. I had this dream a year before my dad got sick. And this dream was 2 years before he actually passed away. So in 2013, I had one of these dreams concerning my dad. He was standing in front of me, and he was mad as a motherfucker. And he started shaking real hard. I woke up and I was like, damn, what the fuck wrong with this nigga? I later found out that the reason why he was so angry and he was shaking in that dream is because in our physical reality at the time, he had a stroke. And of course, he didn't know he had a stroke. Nobody in this family knew he had a stroke. And this went on for a while. Now, after I had that dream, this was around the time where I also had that dream where I mentioned in the Playa Lord Show episode 5, being outside that abandoned house. And that lion came to me, you know, it was Jesus, and I didn't know it. During this time, my Father in heaven told me that I was going to have to leave these niggas real soon. So I talked about this a little bit before, but I didn't go into a whole lot of details. Shut up. My Father in heaven, he guided me to this abandoned house that he wanted me to stay in because he knew that things was going to get so fucking bad over here at Hell House that he knew I was going to have to leave. So I ended up running into this house, quote unquote, guided by the Spirit, and eventually found out that this was the same fucking house that I saw in the dream when the lion, Jesus, was scaring the shit out of me. I go over to this house, this abandoned house. I'm cleaning shit up as far as a couple of rooms that was upstairs. I'm cleaning out the rooms, cleaned out the hallway, purposely left everything else a mess because I knew that the messier that motherfucker was, the less likely motherfuckers were gonna come in there and shit. So I had everything set up. This was in 2000, the summer of 2013. And I got everything set up. I got motherfucking fireplace set up, ready and shit. I got clothes over there. Eventually I took food, candles, lanterns, all kinds of shit. I had everything ready for me to get the fuck up out of that house. Because remember, like I said before I started telling this story, it was all kinds of hella shit going on. Hardcore demonic shit with these niggas and this family. Shit. Oh, brother. My Father in heaven told me I gotta go over here and get this house ready. You're gonna have to leave these niggas. I worked on that shit for a few weeks, got everything done. I'm ready to leave these niggas right now. My Father in heaven was like, nah, it ain't time yet. So as my dad is getting more and more sick, so is everybody else in the so-called family, just fucking going nuts. Demonic this, demon that, Satan, literally, all kinds of shit going on. Like I said, I can't go into all kinds of detail. This motherfucking video will be 3 hours long. The major problem with my dad was he worked at the mill like forever. And during that time, he also worked part-time jobs. Not because he wanted money or needed money. He just loved to work. And as he got older, he couldn't do that job. He couldn't do these jobs like he was doing before. He was breaking down like a motherfucker. And me and my dad, we used to get into it. We used to get at it all the time. Always going at each other. Arguing like a motherfucker. And the reason is, number one, me and my dad like fucking twins. But at the same time, we ain't nothing alike because he was born in the 1930s and I was born in the 1970s. So, you know, our generational gap is far like a motherfucker. So even though we was alike, we wasn't nothing alike. And to go into more specifics, the reason why we was getting into it so much is because he couldn't work anymore. So he kept dragging me along with these shitty ass jobs so he could keep working and shit. And of course, this was after he retired. And these niggas who've been, you know, they born in the 30s and 40s, you know, they work 20, 30, 40 years. Even when they retire, they can't stop working. They get fucking institutionalized and shit. So it got to the point after he retired, he wanted to keep working, but he knew he couldn't do that shit. He was too old. So he gonna drag me along and shit. So we used to always argue, and I'm like, look, man, what the fuck are we doing this shit for? I mean, we making crumbs. It ain't about the money for him. It ain't about the money for me. He just want to work. I want to work too, but not for no goddamn $30, $40 and shit. Leave me the fuck alone. I mean, goddamn. You know, the motherfucker just obsessed with working and just driving me fucking nuts. Now, me and my dad, tight as shit. We love each other. We going at it like a motherfucker. It ain't nothing personal. It's just two guys going at it. And of course, some of the women don't understand that shit in this fucking family. But anyway, I always knew he was gonna work himself to death, and that's exactly what he did. But it is what it is. You can't fuck with fate. So in 2014, he was getting worse and worse and worse physically and mentally. Niggas in the family, even though they don't know this shit, they did know this because it was just too fucking obvious. He was just, it's like, hey, you need to go to the hospital. And it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. He acted weird and weird. He can't walk hardly. He's slowing around. His speech is more and more slurred, more than usual, because he always talked like that anyway. That's just how he talked. So most people didn't notice. Because like I said, he had a stroke, but nobody knew it. He didn't know it. Then eventually it got to the point where he was in the bed and he was just like glassy-eyed, couldn't hardly talk at all, and he's just moving all slow. It's just like I'm looking at him and I'm sitting right next to him in the bed. I know he's gonna die. It's just so obvious. And you know, just dealing with these ignorant ass niggas, it's just like it is what it is. They finally just like, fuck it, okay, we gotta force this nigga into the hospital. Took him to the hospital, and of course, yeah, he had a stroke. Just like I had the vision, and when I figured out, yeah, he had a stroke. The majority of these niggas in my family, they technically died in 2012, going into 2013. And I mean that literally. These motherfuckers are just fucking gone. Hardcore, heathenous ass motherfuckers. Brain dead niggas. Don't give a damn about my dad in any way, shape, or form. So when this shit went down, he's in the hospital. And everybody who's awake, which means me, knows that he's getting ready to pass away. And I didn't want him to spend his last days in a nursing home. So I was like, fuck that shit. I'm bringing him home. And I'm going to take care of him as long as I can before he passes away. And of course, this is when all hell broke loose. He's bedridden, pissed off because he can't walk. He was doing a whole lot better, but he couldn't walk. Big man, like I said before, but always on the go. Like I said, it's that Holy Spirit in him. Just always got to move. And the fact that he couldn't walk, he was pissed off about that shit. He laying in the bed, sick in the motherfucker, but doing better. But pissing me off. Got everybody else going crazy and shit. And the majority of the niggas, of course, they just came around just to try to pretend like they give a fuck and ain't doing shit, and they take off running. While I'm the one that's literally cleaning his ass, cleaning up shit, so on and so forth. Now, other than myself, my mother, she did a lot to help him out as well during this time, but she didn't want to do the shit anyway. She didn't want to do the shit either, let's be honest. She wanted him to go in a nursing home as soon as he left the fucking hospital, before he left the hospital. But like I said, I was like, fuck that shit. I knew he was finna pass away, and I was gonna take care of myself as long as I possibly could. Fuck them. So anyway, all kinds of demonic attacks was happening to him, to me, to the rest of the demons who, you know they getting fucked up. All kind of arguments. Everybody's tired. I'm literally sleeping like an hour or two a day, literally. Everybody's all stressed out. Shit started going down with me and him and other niggas in the family. Shit got physical. It got bad. It was fucking horrible. Things calmed down for a minute. And I was in the room with my dad. Everything was cool. We weren't arguing about shit. Everything is all right. We were just having a normal conversation. And then all of a sudden, my dad turned and looked at me, and he said, "You gonna leave me?" Out of the clear blue sky. I'm like, what the fuck? I said, what are you talking about? I'm not gonna leave you. Nah, a day or so passed by. I'm like, what the fuck? We were just having a normal conversation, no argument or nothing. And just out of clear blue sky, he's like, boom, you gonna leave me. I'm like, what the fuck is this shit about? And then it finally hit me. Jesus snitched. Jesus told my dad that it was time for him to go. And he let him know that it was time for me to go. So my dad knew that before he passed away that I was going to leave. And it all started to come together. This is why my Father in heaven had me prepare that house, because he knew the shit was going to get so fucking bad that I was going to have to leave. And like I said, shit got so bad, you know, things got physical with me, him, and some other motherfuckers. Now, when I say physical, you know, with this other motherfucker in the family, it wasn't as bad. Like, you know, I beat the shit out of the motherfuckers. If that was the case, the motherfucker would be dead. But when it comes to the shit with me and my dad, like I said, it's just two guys going at it. This motherfucker, out of his mind, started grabbing on me, wouldn't let me go, and I'm cussing his ass out. And this other motherfucker in the family found out what happened, and she gonna try to blame all the shit on me and come up in my face talking shit. And I cussed all them motherfuckers out. Now here I am, gave up my life for these bitches. They got a life because I don't. I'm taking care of my dad. They not. He's sick. Needs somebody to take care of him. And I'm taking care of him. He has a stroke. Goes a little berserk. Starts grabbing on me. And I cuss the motherfucker out. And all of a sudden, I'm the bad guy. And then you got this motherfucking bitch coming up in my face talking shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? Nothing. So anyway, after all that horrible shit went down, and I cussed them motherfuckers out, my Father in heaven was like, okay, that's it. Get the fuck up out of there and get away from them niggas. So a day or so after that shit went down, I packed up all my shit. The house is already ready. A whole year prepared. That abandoned house that I'm getting ready to move into. And just before I left, I walked into my dad's room. Of course, I didn't tell none of them assholes that I was leaving. Didn't tell my dad either. Obviously, he already knew. Thank you, Jesus, for snitching. So I walked into my dad's room before I left. And as soon as I walked in the room, my dad was laying in the bed, and he raised up his hand. And I grabbed his hand. And he looked at me and he said, "Are you okay?" And I said, "Yeah." I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah." And we just held each other's hands for a while. Didn't say nothing else. We let each other's hands go. I turned around, walked out the door, took one look back at him, and that was the last time I saw my dad alive. My dad knew that I was leaving Jesus. He knew that was the last time that we was gonna see each other in this physical fake ass reality. I got on my bike, had my bags, and like motherfucking Lot in the Bible, I didn't look back. I was gone. Now, I'm chilling over this motherfucking abandoned house. Got everything set up, prepared a whole year before this shit went down. And I'm chilling like a motherfucker. I ain't never been so fucking happy and relaxed in my life. Now, how is it that a nigga from the ghetto, homeless, living in an abandoned house, why am I so fucking happy? Because this is hell house. These are demons. This is just how fucking bad this shit was. And I've talked about these niggas in this family so many times. Yeah, it was that fucking bad. So it was a fucking relief to get away from them motherfuckers. When you are more comfortable being homeless than you are living with your family, you know your family is fucked up. That's how fucked up this shit is. Now, when I first got over to this house, the Holy Spirit told me that the police was coming. Be aware. Holy Spirit was telling me this for a number of days when I first got there. And of course, when I went over to this house, of course, you know, demons follow me and all kinds of shit. I'm seeing all kinds of shit, experiencing all kinds of shit. What's new? So about a week or so after I was at the house, I kept thinking about the police was coming because the Holy Spirit was letting me know. Now, while I'm upstairs in this house, I looked out the window and I see the police all over the motherfucking place. They was looking for some nigga who did something. And of course, this is these demons who are working through this motherfucking police to try to get me caught up in some shit. So while they looking for somebody else, they gonna run into my ass. So what happened is, I'm in this room because the room that I was in while I was looking out the window, this is where I be doing certain things and chopping up wood and getting everything set up, whatever the case may be, sitting in there chilling, whatever the case may be, looking out the window, watching for shit, you know. And I'm like, okay, I went back in the room and I had the room set up where when you close the door, you don't even know that there's a door right there. So anybody that came in the motherfucker, they wouldn't even know that I was in the motherfucker. I had that shit set up like a motherfucker. Incognito, like a motherfucker. So anyway, I'm in the room and all of a sudden I hear the police downstairs. And that motherfucker was tearing shit up. Bust through the door, bam, tearing shit up. He all comfortable, he ain't scared of shit. Rummaging around and shit. Next thing you know, this motherfucker came up the steps. And I had a bunch of shit in front of the door in the hallway. I put shit right there in case somebody come in and I know that they in there and I be quiet so the motherfucker won't know I'm in there. He come through that motherfucking door by the hallway, knocking shit down, bam. As soon as he came in, he's like, hey. All of a sudden, that motherfucking police took off running like he saw a ghost. I mean, that motherfucker was moving. Now, he was all in the basement, living room, downstairs and all that shit. He wasn't worried about shit. As soon as he came up them steps, that motherfucker took off running like he saw something. Yeah. My Father in heaven sent the angel after his ass. That motherfucker was moving. And them motherfucking demons in there, they saw that angel. They got the fuck up out of there and scared the shit out of that motherfucking police officer. Yep. And from that moment on, I ain't never had no problem with the police since I was there. So after that shit, everything started to calm down. I'm chilling and shit. Got away from them assholes in the family. I ain't fucking eating a lot and shit. I got food, but you know I'm not eating a lot. You know, I'm just chilling and shit. I'm eating like 2 or 3 times a week. So because I'm not eating a lot, I'm in the spirit like a motherfucker. I'm in the spirit so much that one day I would like fucking lay down. And as soon as I close my eyes, I can actually see people walking around. I mean, you talking about being in the spirit. At night, of course, I would cut off all the lights and everything. Of course, I didn't have the fireplace burning. And the way I had the room set up, when I cut off all the lights and shit. Window was completely covered, so everything was completely, it was just completely dark. I mean, pitch black in that room when I went to sleep at night. And because I was sleeping in that room in the pitch black like that, it got to the point where literally the light within me was shining so fucking bright because I'm in the spirit like a motherfucker. The light within me was actually shining through my eyes like a motherfucking flashlight. And I'm not bullshit. I could actually see in the dark. I could actually see the lights coming out of my eyes. The light from within me was so fucking bright. I was so in the spirit that the light was actually shining through my eyes and I could see in the dark. Pineal gland, motherfucker. G-O-D. Yeah. This is what the enemy is afraid of. Playa, Lord. As time went on, I'm like, hey, what the fuck? I'm like, hey, is this shit gonna end? What am I supposed to do now? Because a number of years ago, I mentioned this before, I had a dream. I was sitting in this room and I looked outside and everything was red, clouds was red and everything. And then I heard that real loud boom sound and the world started spinning. And I realized that sitting in this room in this house was the exact same shit in that dream. Now, obviously, the only difference was, it wasn't red and shit out there, no red clouds and shit. And I'm thinking, I'm thinking that shit, this is my last stop here. This is it. But it got to the point, I'm like, I've been here for almost 6 weeks, about to run out of food and shit. I'm like, okay, I need some money. What the fuck? I want to go back to that house with these niggas. So I'm having a conversation with my father and having this shit like, hey, what the fuck? Hey, gotta do something. If it ain't time for me to go home, I ain't going back over there. What the fuck? I mean, hey, what you want me to do? What's up? So I'm sitting here trying to figure out, okay, I'm not really eating shit. I'm not starving. But I like, hey, I gotta get some money, little something. $20, $30, whatever the fuck. What the fuck am I gonna do? I'm gonna say, okay, let me see. So I started thinking about donating blood. And I was like, no, I'm not doing that shit again. A number of years ago, this might have been in the late 90s, early 2000s, I donated blood for about 3 or 4 months. And I donated maybe like 4 or 5 times during this time. And in my spirit, I knew something was wrong. I knew something was wrong with this shit. When I was donating blood back then, I was having a conversation with one of the young ladies who worked there. All these niggas hanging around, we letting them suck our blood and shit, and we talking to each other and shit. And one of the young ladies that was working there, she told me that every time we donate blood, them motherfuckers get $1,500 for that shit. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Now, anybody knows about donating blood, it depends on where you are. It depends on how many times you donate. You might get $15, $25, $50, whatever the case may be. Now, on average, me might be getting like $20, $25. Now, like I said, I was doing it like a couple of times a month for about 3-4 month period. And I was like, fuck that, something ain't right about this shit. So here she's telling me these motherfuckers getting $1,500 every time I donate blood, and they giving me $15, $20. Man, fuck this shit. These Jews, these blood sucking motherfuckers, these blood drinking monsters. Because this shit ain't just about cloning. While I was standing over at this abandoned house and thinking about donating blood, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do this shit. But I was considering it. Around that time, I believe it was the same fucking day, I went to sleep and I started dreaming. And this is what happened. In this dream, I was walking down the street And while I was walking down the street, I came upon this church. And I was like, So I kept on walking. Remember, this is a dream. I kept on walking. Next thing you know, I ran across another church. I was like, So I just kept on walking. Next thing you know, I came upon the blood bank. And as soon as I walked up to that blood bank, the motherfucking demons came out. And they looked at me. They was like this. And then I woke up and I was like, I knew it. Let me tell y'all what the fuck is going on with these goddamn blood banks. Them making money, that's obvious. But this is what's going on with these blood banks, especially blood banks in the ghetto. These motherfuckers got these blood banks in the ghetto because our blood is special. Our blood is the blood of Christ. Yeah. That motherfucking blood bank that I just showed y'all, motherfucker got tinted windows on that bitch. I'm telling you, this is some sick shit. The shit that's going on in this world, I knew it was something in my spirit was telling me something ain't right about this shit. That's why when I was donating blood years ago, thinking about that shit, I just stopped. I said, something ain't right. Holy Spirit was telling me then. These are some motherfucking monsters. And like I said, this ain't just about cloning. Our blood, niggas in the ghetto, our blood is special. When a so-called black man, black woman dies, these people, they will take your blood, they will take your skin, they will take your organs, they will take your pineal gland. Yep. These are some wicked ass motherfuckers. So after this shit, I had a conversation with my Father in heaven. I'm like, hey, what do you want me to do? I'm not going back over to that fucking hell house. What am I going to do? So my Father in heaven was like, it's time for your dad to make that transition. Soon he's going to pass away. And you know that you're going to have to speak at his funeral. I know you don't want to go back over there to them niggas. Just go over to your sister's house. Oh yeah, that's better. Hell house too. So eventually, I packed up my bags. I left my guns and shit at the abandoned house. You know a nigga stay strapped. Even though I know I don't need it. These scary motherfuckers. But anyway, that's another story. Packed my bags, went to my sister's house. Fucking rode my bike from one city to another in the middle of the night. And of course, I got over there. And she trying to figure out where I been. Because it's been 6 weeks since I left them motherfuckers. So anyway, a couple of days after I got to my sister's house, the spirit was letting me know that it was time for my dad to pass away. Hours later, the phone rang. My sister answered the phone. And she was told that my dad had passed away. I was in the bathroom at the time. And my sister knocked on the door and she told me that my dad passed away. And when she told me that, I was looking in the mirror and I was just getting ready to start crying. And the Holy Spirit said, don't you dare. You've been going through this shit for 10 years, minimum. We prepared you for this shit. You knew what was gonna happen. Your dad has made that transition. You know he's with us. Stay strong. Don't you dare shed one tear. So I didn't cry. And I didn't cry, not because I'm a big, bad, tough motherfucker. I didn't cry because, like the Holy Spirit told me, they prepared me for this shit. I knew it was going to happen for 10 years, minimum. He made that transition. He's not suffering no more. What the fuck is there to cry about? He's free. His suffering is ended. He's truly alive now. Now, of course, to the heathens, he's dead. But that's not true. So again, what is there to cry about? He's free. He's away from these niggas who sitting around trying to pretend like they give a fuck about. So now it's time for the motherfucking funeral. And this is when all hell broke loose. I know y'all like, what? That wasn't hell? But yeah. I know that I have to make a speech at my dad's funeral. After all the things that I've gone through the last number of months, I am fucking just out of my mind. I lost weight. I'm already a skinny motherfucker. I probably lost 20 pounds during this time. Ain't got no food on my stomach. I can't eat because I'm thinking about what I'm going to say at the funeral, and I'm dehydrated and trying to do what I need to do to get this speech ready. I'm thinking about what I'm going to say for 3 days leading up to the funeral. And I can't sleep at all. 3 days leading up to the funeral. I don't go to sleep at all. I am fucked up. The morning of the funeral, I say about 4 o'clock in the morning, I fell asleep for like 30 minutes, maybe an hour, and I woke up. That's all the sleep I got in 3 days. And hours from now, it's time to go to the funeral. Now everybody's in chaos, and it's as usual. Niggas, heathens, all kinds of just the bullshit, the usual shit that's going on. So the morning of the funeral, I go in the bathroom, and I'm sitting on the toilet. I'm not doing number 2. I'm sitting on the toilet as a seat. I'm sitting on the toilet, and I started writing down this speech. And after I finished the speech, I wrote the shit so fucking fast because I was thinking about it for 3 days. I decided to write it down so I could. I didn't want to speak too long because I know niggas got short attention span. I'm getting ready to speak in front of a bunch of heathens. So after I wrote the speech, I looked in the mirror and I started crying. And the reason why I started crying, it wasn't because my dad passed away. Again, I ain't trying to act like I'm some tough motherfucker. The reason why I started crying was because I was super fucking exhausted. All the shit that I've been through the last number of months with them niggas and all that shit, and the shit with my dad and so on and so forth. And then these last 3 days, I didn't get no sleep at all. 30 minutes, maybe an hour, just a few hours ago. So I'm fucking exhausted, just blasted out of my mind. And I just started crying for about 20 seconds. Just let it out. And then I'm starting to wash my face. And these niggas getting ready to go to the funeral. We getting ready to go. Oh, bro. And then I finally came out the bathroom. And my sister, what was you doing? I just ignored the bitch. Because I would have cussed her ass out and probably killed everybody in the motherfucker. So I got in the limousine and we went to the motherfucking funeral. Now keep in mind, I ain't really been asleep for 3 days. no food on my stomach, dehydrated. I'm literally feel like I'm about to fucking faint. But I'm in the spirit like a motherfucker. The spirit is holding me up. We get to the funeral. And it's about 30 minutes or so before the funeral actually starts. You got family members, cousins, motherfuckers come from out of town, so on and so forth. Everybody came at the last minute. You know, the place is packed. About 30 minutes or so before the funeral actually starts. As soon as I walked up in there, motherfucker, damn near everybody in there crying their ass off, bawling like a motherfucker. I'm like, oh my God, these motherfuckers gonna make me start crying. How the fuck am I gonna get up here and say this damn speech if I start crying? I mean, these motherfuckers are going, oh, and most of these motherfuckers ain't shit. And I'm just being honest with you. Niggas in this family, cousins, whoever the fuck, these are a bunch of heathenous ass piece of shit motherfuckers. Doesn't give a damn about this man in any way, shape, or form. But you know how niggas are. When you alive, they don't give a fuck about you. Soon as the motherfucker die, oh Lord, why'd you take him from me? Niggas in the ghetto. So these motherfuckers going off, and I'm like, oh Jesus Christ. So I'm fucked around and forgot my water bottle because I'm dehydrated like a motherfucker. So I'm walking in and out of the motherfucking place where they got my dad and all these idiots hanging around. I'm going out into the hallway where they got a water fountain and shit. And I'm going back and forth to get some water. For the most part, I'm going back and forth trying to stay away from their ass. So it got to the point where it's like, okay, I'm delirious now. And I started laughing at these motherfuckers. Because like I said, these are a bunch of hypocrite ass, heathenous ass, piece of shit ass niggas. I mean, what the fuck? Why are they crying like this? And they know they ain't give a fuck about this nigga. And like I said, I'm just being honest. So I'm sitting there laughing at these motherfuckers, and I'm trying not to let nobody see that I'm laughing at their ass. I mean, this shit was bad. You got motherfuckers bawling their ass off. You got motherfuckers. You got 3 niggas over here to my right in the front row. They bawling, crying their ass off. Like this. I'm like, and I'm sitting over there trying to let them motherfuckers see me laugh. I'm like, Jesus Christ, these motherfuckers is going crazy. What the fuck? 3 motherfuckers over there. And I'm fucking delirious and just fucking fucked up and dried out. No food on my stomach, dehydrated, fucked up because of their ignorant asses. I'm just gone. I'm just laughing my ass off. I'm like, fuck this shit. These niggas is crazy. So after about 20 minutes or so, these motherfuckers finally calmed down. The funeral ain't even started yet. And they just sitting there like this. They more fucked up than I am. All of a sudden, this nigga gets on stage and he started walking to the organ. I was like, this motherfucker finna play this organ. I was like, oh my God, they gonna start up again. He started playing the organ and that shit was loud the motherfucker. And I looked over at the motherfuckers and they was like this. Boy, I was laughing my ass off. Fuck them niggas. No one didn't give a fuck about that man. Then this nigga playing the organ, this motherfucker playing the organ, he got on the microphone and started singing, Lord, 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 Lord. Them motherfuckers really went crazy then. Man, I was my ass off. Man, these motherfuckers, man, I'm like, what the fuck? This is just ridiculous. It's like I said, motherfucker alive, fuck you. When you die, Lord, why'd you take it from me? So after that motherfucker shut the fuck up singing, some other fake ass nigga got up on stage, some preacher or whatever, fuck. Yeah, it's good to let it all out, you know. Shut the fuck up, nigga. Get this shit over with so I can get up there and say what I gotta say and get the fuck up out of here. So you had a couple of niggas go up there talking shit about shit. Motherfuckers who worked at the funeral parlor or whatever. One of my sisters, she got up there and said something. She didn't actually say nothing about my dad, really. It was some other bullshit. Nothing. I was really the only one that had the balls to go up there and say shit. Now, of course, when one of my sisters found out that I was gonna make a speech, she was like, "What you gonna say?" See, in other words, they worried about me getting up there, being a nigga, talking shit about their ass, speaking the motherfucking truth. But I ain't no nigga from the ghetto. I'm a nigga from the ghetto who believes in Christ. I ain't no fucking nigga like they are. So because they some ignorant ass motherfuckers, knowing they ain't shit, they think I'm gonna get up there and start talking shit about their ass. Like, why the fuck would I do that shit? Because first of all, they know they ain't shit. Them people that's at the motherfucking funeral. What the fuck I'm gonna tell them what they already know? And they ain't shit. Fuck all them niggas. Shit. Like I'm gonna get up there and act like a nigga at my dad's funeral. I ain't the fool. Y'all the fool, you fucking idiot ass fools. Yeah. So eventually, one of the ladies worked at a funeral parlor. She like, okay, anybody in the family want to say anything, say a few words to the dearly departed? And I was like, yes. About time. Shit. I was running up that motherfucker. I couldn't wait. Tired as shit, ain't had no sleep, dehydrated. When she said anybody want to speak, I couldn't. I was like, yes, let's get this shit over with. I was running up to that motherfucker. Spirit hit me. I was like, boom, let's go. Shit. Get this shit over with and get the fuck away from these niggas. Now, I get up there in front of the microphone. And I take a glance into the audience. And I had to look away real quick. Yeah. Because you know, these motherfuckers looking like this. And I was about to start laughing and shit. So, okay, I was like, okay, I ain't gonna, don't look at these niggas. I'm standing in front of these niggas at this motherfucking funeral. And then I realized, I mentioned before in the Playa Lord Show episode 4, when I had that dream, I said I was in the church, standing in front of the congregation and shit. And then later on, after I woke up, I found out that all them motherfuckers in the so-called church was demons. So I'm standing up here at this funeral in this reality, and I realized that this is the fucking dream that I had. So you know what that means? That means everybody in this motherfucking church at this funeral, basically everybody, not literally everybody, but the majority of these motherfuckers is demons. Yep. What a surprise. But anyway, I get up here and I make my speech, and I basically talk about the shit that my dad went through and I went through. Now, you know, I ain't talk about demons and all that shit, obviously. But what the fuck I'm gonna talk about demons in front of these demons? I just talked about things my dad went through, I went through. I talked about Christ, God, Holy Spirit. That was it. 10-minute speech. And you know, everybody looking at me like this. You know, everybody thinking I'm finna start some shit. Yeah. And then after the speech, I said, at the end of the speech, I was like, may the Lord Jesus Christ have mercy on you all. And then, you know, my sister, they was sitting there looking like this, and after I said that shit, they was like, like I said, these niggas ain't shit. And they was afraid that I was gonna get up there and talk about their ass. Because they know they ain't shit. But like I said, what the fuck am I gonna act a fucking fool at my dad's funeral? Talking shit about them niggas in front of niggas, demons. When they ain't none of them motherfucking shit. Fuck all that shit. You know, one of the reasons why they worried about me getting up there talking shit is because a number of years ago when my dad's brother passed away, I heard some shit went down. Somebody got up there talking shit. It is what it is. You know, motherfuckers don't like to hear the truth. Stop acting like ignorant ass niggas. And then maybe when nobody be acting like ignorant ass niggas, talking about your ignorant ass at the motherfucking funerals and shit in front of everybody. Ignorant ass niggas. Shit. So anyway, after that shit, the funeral is over. I'm shaking hands and hugging these piece of shit demon motherfuckers. And I get in the limousine. And I start laughing my ass off. Didn't hold back. Didn't try to hide it. I was laughing my ass off at these crazy ass motherfuckers. And my mother, she was sitting in the front seat of the limousine. She was mad the motherfucker because I was laughing. Fuck that shit. I ain't stunning them niggas. I was laughing my ass off. I'm chuckling it up. Like Martin say, fuck that shit. Them niggas crazy. Like I said, they ain't give a shit about that nigga. And they know they did. Oh, they sitting there bawling their ass off. Man, fuck them niggas. I'm laughing. Ha 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 ha. Motherfucker. Shit. Paul Begley. So after the funeral, I go back to Hell House. And a lot of people at the funeral, and a lot of people who attended the funeral, they came over to the house as well. And of course, you know, niggas hanging around just came over so they could eat. You got all these niggas with these greasy ass lips eating chicken and shit. My sister bought one of them big ass tall bottles of vodka and shit. I don't know if y'all ever seen that motherfucker. That motherfucker's actually like 2.5 feet long and shit. Yeah. I'm like, yeah. Got my cup. Give me a little taste. Shit, like motherfucking what's that motherfucker? John Witherspoon, whatever his name is. A few hours after that shit, everybody left. I went in my room, just fucking crashed out, man. I started crying and laughing and crying, back and forth. And then I went to sleep about 11 p.m. Went to sleep for 12 hours straight. Woke up 11 a.m. the next day. Knocked the fuck out. About 2 weeks after the funeral, I started seeing my dad in my dreams and visions. I mentioned this before. I knew the motherfucker was coming. And then I started to try to get my mind right again, you know. Easier said than done. At the time, of course, I hadn't started on YouTube yet. And I was watching YouTube, watching certain videos. And people started talking about September 23rd. And this is when a lot of shit went down. I talked about with shit in the Middle East. What is it? The Ark of Gabriel or something like that, I believe. You know, the situation with the Pope coming to America and all that shit went down, you know. Eventually, right after that shit, I got into it with my father in heaven. I talked about that shit on the Playa Lord Show, episode 5. And then, it's around January, February of 2016. I'm in the spirit like a motherfucker. And my father was like, time for you to make that album you always wanted. Get back into your music. I'm like, oh yeah, let's do this shit. Of course, I started going through all the demonic attacks and all that shit. I mentioned seeing snakes in my dreams and all kinds of shit, and that alien abduction type shit that I talked about in that video, Ladies First. That's when all that shit was going on and shit. The usual crazy hella shit. And then after I finished the album, The Sixth Seal, I sat back and I said to myself, what the fuck is this shit for? I've been making music since I was a kid, but during my so-called adult life, I got out of it, not by, no choice of my own. You're going through the 9-to-5 jobs and the baby mamas and all this bullshit. I ain't been able to get back into my music. Shit, since fucking year 2000. And all of a sudden, here it is, 2016, and I got a brand new motherfucking album. And I'm like, hey, it's the end times. This shit is over. This shit is finna end. I'm like, what the fuck is this album for? And my Father in heaven said, YouTube. Before I go, I got one more thing to say. As y'all know, I've talked about my dreams and visions so many times. Just got talking about the motherfuckers just now. But every once in a while, I will talk about somebody else's dreams and visions. Not too long ago, I had a conversation with my daughter. And she said that she had a dream about me. She said in this dream, the government was looking for her daddy. In the dream, she said she saw the police drive down the alley. She said she never saw police drive down the alley before. The alley right behind this garage. And she said she saw me standing in the backyard. And she was trying to warn me. And she said, I looked at her and I said, it's okay. Then she said her daddy disappeared. And then she said, the police, they was trying to get in the house, but they couldn't get in. I've been going to war with you motherfuckers for 44 years. In this lifetime. This war between me and you niggas, Illuminati, is always at a distance, ain't it? Y'all supposed to be some big bad motherfuckers. You niggas know where I am.
Gary, Indiana. Gary, Indiana.
Anyway, thank y'all for tuning into the Playa Lord Show. I am your host, Playa Lord. As always, stay focused, stay in prayer, and walk in the Spirit. Stay focused on Jesus and ignore these wicked ass, ignorant ass niggas, no matter what color they are. They don't believe in Christ. Fuck. So, with that being said, till next time. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, let the 144,000 unite. Boom!
It's the Holy Trinity, and we are one. Heaven away, cause my God knows love.